Hello, everybody. Today I am feeling willful, which can be challenging for someone like me who feels things deeply, personally, intensely. Before my diagnosis, before I got DBT help, before I had the intervention that saved my life, when willfulness would come up, it would almost 9 times out of 10 pull me into emotion mind. And when in emotion mind, I often made decisions that I would later come to regret. So it's important for me to remember that growing up and existing for so long with this underlying mental illness, willfulness was a way to protect myself, to throw myself into the arena, to get into the action before I felt even more invalidated or out of control. However, thanks to the amazing DBT team that helped me begin my healing journey and my close friends and family who continue to validate and support me as I continue to heal, there is a way outside of this willfulness. It is called willingness. Because when you're feeling willful, you don't want to fully participate in life. You want to step out of it. You want to act in a way that's probably outside of your values or super entrenched in maybe just one singular aspect of the value instead of a dialectical approach to that value. Willingness is readiness to fully enter and participate in life and living. And as someone who suffered for a very long time with super intense thoughts of self-harm and wanting to not be alive for quite a long time, willingness is quite the game changer. And now I know I can find a willing response to each situation that comes up. Because willingness is doing just what is needed in each situation wholeheartedly without dragging your feet. Willingness involves listening very carefully to your wise mind, not emotion mind, not logic mind, and then making a decision and an action in wise mind. It's acting with awareness that we are connected to the greater universe, the people around us, the ground, the trees, instead of just being connected to ourselves and acting as if we are an isolated person or an island. And as we get more and more skillful, whatever that looks like for each of us, we'll be able to notice when willfulness pops up in our day-to-day. We are learning how to tolerate the moment. Willfulness says, I will not tolerate this moment. Willfulness says, I refuse to make these needed changes. Willfulness is giving up on what you know works for you. Willfulness is trying to fix every situation. It is insisting on constantly being in control of everything. Willfulness is an over-attachment to me, and what I want right now. So when willfulness comes up for me, and it comes up for me quite a bit still, here's what I do to make sure I can get back to a willing state of mind. First, I observe the willfulness. I label it. I experience it. Then I radically accept that at this moment, I may be feeling willful. I radically accept that I cannot fight willfulness with willfulness. Then I give myself a lot of compassion and I turn my mind towards willingness. I might stand up or sit down within a willing posture. I might try half smile, willing hands. And at this point, when I feel like maybe this willfulness is immovable, I ask myself, Stefan, what's the threat? Because I can validate the threat that I'm experiencing, whether that is invalidation from someone, a degradation of my values, a expectation that wasn't met, a resentment that comes up, something that's coming at me that is invoking this willfulness, this unhealthy, this very understandable response. And then when I identify the threat, I radically accept it. And honestly, it is not a one-time thing. For me personally, I often have to radically accept over and over again. Go for a walk, work out, read a book, watch a silly podcast video, and then try again. And then again. And then again. So please know, as I'm teaching you, as I'm sharing these skills, I am also doing it daily. I need it because I know what my life looked like and what it felt like without these skills, without the knowledge, without the understanding, without the self-compassion, and without the validation. And personally, it was hell. I don't want that. So there you go. Now we all have a better understanding of what willfulness is and what willingness is and what it can look like, how to identify it, and how to move through it together. Good luck to you. We got this. More DBT Fairy stuff on the way, and I so appreciate you being here. You're awesome.